Hey there, guys, it's Kage coming at you, and tonight we're going to be going over the free to play versus pay to play comparison for the legendary event we just had. So, as usual, we're going to do a side by side with my account, my wife's, and I've also grabbed some others' information, some guildies. Anybody else who approached me is like, hey, can you show some info? I'm like, sure, I can go ahead and throw your stuff up as well, and we can take a look and compare. I will say this: once I got to a certain point myself, I just was like, I'll wait for the so close offer. I'm not gonna be able to get another 10 shards close. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and get into it here. So, just to start, even with my account itself, I got to 130. I mean, I've been powering up my account slowly as we go. I wasn't expecting to get this in one shot. It just wasn't going to happen. However, as you can see here, I can get the unit right now. So oh, cool, I got the unit. Yay spending. Literally a guy who started after Christmas. But I had to buy all the offers. I had to buy the one offer for the extra crest. I had to buy the other offer for the extra missions, and I am a spender, so I was able to muscle my way through this a bit. I got to a decent amount of stages. I mean, I could have gotten some more points. Like, just, I want to say 10 minutes before everything was closing, I was like, let me try stage 9, and then I actually clear stage 9. So I could have cleared 8 and 7 with that strategy. I could have gotten some more shards, maybe opened up another box if I had wanted to. Well, actually, no, I wouldn't need two more. Yeah, so no, I think that was the last box I was going to get. But for what it's worth, I can't complain on my end. I mean, the game literally let me get the legendary unit because I threw some money at it. So yeah, which isn't bad. I mean, this one was definitely a higher price tag than. Well, hold on a second. Let's think about that for a minute here. So that was just 5K black gems right there. So let's put an equivalent on 5K black gems. 5K black gems. Let's say about 40 bucks, give or take. Okay, so 40 bucks for the gems that I just used to unlock him. Another 20 for the event, so that's 60, and then another 10 for the extra booster and everything. So $70. So overall, this unit cost me $70 for just the event itself, not anything I've put into the account. So there is that. So that's similar to Tangita. I mean, I did put in a decent amount for him. So, I mean, although Tangita isn't legendary, so just to give you an idea where Tangita ended up last time, he was here. And I will say this: Tangita made a huge impact on this event for me. His summons really helped me out. I was able to really muscle some of these with him. So yeah, it worked out pretty well in that regard. So I mean, and again, I don't have. I mean, I have 2 gold units. I mean, I don't have any of, like, even the healers really boosted up or anything. I just kind of punched my way through, and it worked. So yeah, which is kind of my strategy. I guess that's a strategy. Yeah, going through the front door type deal. Yeah. So let's take a look at where the misses ended up overall. So let's go ahead and get her stuff set up here. So for her, as you can see, she only got to 50 of 150 on the shards. She wasn't going to put any money into this event. She wasn't going to, do any of the offers. and she plays kind of casual. She plays every day. She does her thing. So she got to a 50 of 150, and then on the stages she got to 5 on alpha. She probably could have gone further if she wanted to. 4 on beta, and 4 on gamma. And just to give you an idea of the the difference in the account levels. I mean, she's 22, I'm 32, so there is a huge difference in power and disparity there. So I mean, this game, even as an early player, an early new player coming into this, won't even again playing since this since after Christmas, the game really rewards you for spending. And I don't know, maybe I'm spoiled because the previous game again, I would spend hundreds of dollars just trying to get copies of units, and if I didn't get enough copies, I was screwed. I was SOL. So with that being said, this is not a bad value at all. Now, bringing up another person I have here is Julio, which he did provide some data for us as well before the event ended. He wanted us to see, just to give people an idea of where he would end up. So let's go ahead and pull his stuff up here. So he ended up at 90 of 150, not doing any of the paid offers on this one. Now, he is a decent spender. I mean, he does put some money in. I'm not exactly sure the amount. You can see his account's level 29. He started around the same time as me, so that gives you an idea of pacing in terms of everything. So I mean, for his account, he has spent some money, but he's a new player as well. This was his first time doing this event, and that was pretty much as far as he got. I don't think he was going to get any further than this, and which is understandable. But I mean, he will build momentum, and we'll see how he does in the next legendary event. I'm kind of curious. So for him, not too bad. But let's see. And since we have the amount of mission milestone points he has, it gives you an idea of where he got to. So let's go ahead and take a look and see. I have a couple more we can look at here. So I do have one from somebody who's been free to play for a while. And I wanted to just post up that info. I was curious to see where they got. So for this one here, they bought the Anshi boosters during the first and the third time. So this person actually isn't free to play. Never mind that. I thought this guy was a long-term free to play, but he's a bit of a light spender. And from him doing all 3, he was able to get the unit. He didn't do too bad. Where did he end up on the other stuff, though? So he got to 7 on that one. Where did he get? He got to 7 on gamma, and 6 on beta. So because he played all 3 events and he took advantage of I guess the boosters and everything, then he was able to get the unit that way while having a similar score to Julio, which is interesting. Because I mean, Julio had about 7,500, and he had about 7,500, but he played all 3 events. So even as a light spender, that is interesting. I like that. That is not bad at all. And again, this is just some interesting data here, interesting things to look at, because there's people who tell me like, well, you don't get any value with what you spend in this game. There's too many offers, this and that. But it's like anything else. They're going to throw 100 offers at you to see what sticks. You have to decide what the value is and where that value is, because I mean, even myself, I see some offers. I'm not going to, let's look right now. I'm pretty sure I probably bought the one offer for today because it has some requisition scrolls. I'm not going to touch this. It's just going to sit there. I'm not going to buy it. There's no point. It's just not going to happen. So let's go ahead and see here. I got a couple more people I want to take a look at and see how they did. There is one person I am very curious on to see how they did, but I don't know. Let me ping them on Discord. Because we have, well, I guess I'd classify him as a mega spender, but we have one guy who's, well, he's above me. He's played less time than me, Game Vision, and he is definitely ahead of me. Where is he? So I'm what, 32? He's probably like 30. Yeah, 35. So Game Vision goes hard. Game Vision doesn't mess around. He goes for broke. So yeah. So good old Game Vision there. So he does his thing. So we got him. I'm curious to see what he did. I'm willing to bet he probably got the unit, but if I find out he didn't, I'm gonna laugh at him later. So there's that. I know it's kind of mean-spirited. And then here's another one. So this is another light spender of ours. They got the 60 at 150, and she says she cleared 5, 5, and 7 for the stages. So she made a little bit of progress on it, but she wasn't really trying. Oh wow. Okay, this is Hutch. Hutch is also pretty new. He'll throw around some decent amount of money. I know Hutch. Okay, he got to 100 of 150. Okay. So he really tried. He went to the, I mean, he only started a couple weeks ago too. So that's pretty impressive. He tried full pedal to the metal as like a complete newbie to get the event done, just to get the unit, and he came within 20 shards of the so close offer. That's ridiculous. that's ridiculous. Let's see, where did Dogma end? Dogma's also a newer player. Dogma looks like he didn't do any of the event offers here because he doesn't have the bonus 15. He has the offers down there, so he got to like 6,200 points. That's not too bad. So I mean, just to give you guys an idea, I mean, I think Julio could have got to the so close if he had spent on this event, which that's kind of tragic in itself, because I mean he got pretty close. Again, I want to look at that. I want to run those numbers real quick. Let's see. He was at. Let's pull his back up again. I'm very curious about this. So if he had done the offers here, because he was on what? You know, I can expand this a little bit further too. So he was on box 10. So he's on box 10. He got 90. I mean, if he had gotten the bonus missions, that would have been 400, and then the bonus for the chest too, or well, the bulk blackstones with the extra runes. Yeah, I mean, he would have gotten it. He would have been able to do this so close and get the unit there. So it's like, I kind of wish, I don't know. I'm thinking about it. It's like, if you, well, let's just distance ourselves this from a second here. But if you like had a good idea as a player that if you spent, let's say, $30 and you were guaranteed to get the unit at the end, would you do it? Now, some people, they would say no because, you know, they're free to play. Not going to happen. Other people would be like, well, you know, $30 to get to the so close, and then in turn, you know, you've got another 40. So $70 total. That's a bit steep. That's a bit crazy. And then other people would be like, well, I don't want to miss out on the unit. I don't want to gamble with it. I really want the unit. I really like the unit. And they would do it. But I mean, it's hard to gauge this. I mean, it's not like I could have done this video a week ago and been like, hey guys, you know, here's the data. Here's what you should do, you know, before the event even started. It's like, no, So it's really hard to figure that out, because the other thing is you don't know how far you're going to be able to push on these stages either. I mean, especially for me, I've never done the stages before, so it's like I had no idea how far I was going to go. But I do like the fact that they bring these in 3 times though. So maybe maybe I can't be too critical on the aspect of not knowing if you should buy the offers or not, because they did run the event 2 times previously. So in their defense on that one, okay, I can understand that. It's like, well, you don't know what you would have ended up getting, because you're a new player, you came into this, so I get it. And it's kind of like Tangita. Like, I could see Tangita as well. It's like, some people definitely could have gotten Tangita if they threw a little bit at the event. But that's also, it's really hard to tell where you're going to land on it and how far away you're going to get from either getting the unit or getting some upgrades. So I don't know. I'm not the super math guy. I mean, I do some numbers, I can do some stuff, give you some ideas of things. But it would be interesting if somebody out there could kind of give like a ballpark for people in terms of where they could get. Because to be honest, I had reached out to a couple of people, and I showed them my box at first, and I'm like, what do you think my odds are of getting this unit? And they were like, pretty low, or it's not going to happen. You need like 10 golds, or you need this heal or that heal. And it's like, well, as a free to play, yeah, no, I would have, no, we would not be, this would not happen. So it's nice to see that when you spend money in this game, you do get rewarded. And hell, I mean, it's just, I don't know. I'm used to throwing money into the ether and not getting anything back on it and seeing any real improvements at times. So I don't know. Maybe that's why I'm a bit ecstatic on this. But with that being said, Tangita really, again, just want to drive this home. He helped me push through this event, and I don't know if I can't say it's planned, because this event was, this event's already happened 2 times before, but it would be interesting if there was that kind of synergy there, because I have seen some of that synergy in some of the littler events, going in with like missions and them doing like little side activities, like the Actus one they did a while back, things of that nature. So I don't know, we'll see. But I think my overall verdict is that a new player, free to play, yeah, you don't have any chance to get this in one go. It's just not going to happen. I believe you end up getting shards. So any shards, any, like, let's say you got like 50 shards, or 50 of the meter, you end up getting those as actual character shards, and he'll end up in the requisition drop next month, which is cool. I believe so. Let me double check. Let's see here. Where is he? I unlocked him, right? This is one of those things where I'm like, can't even find him. Oh, there he is. I'm so blind. Okay, so I believe... No, it doesn't show me here, but I think it's like 317 he comes out. So, with that being said, I do appreciate the events. I appreciate how they set things up here, and it's interesting to see how things are going to go for the next event, because the next one will give me a better baseline, because that's what, Ragnar's coming up, and I don't know if that's Ragnar's second or third though. So where is Ragnar? We would obviously have 0 for Ragnar. I'm so blind. It's tough being blind. There's Ragnar. Yeah, is this his second or third event? I don't know. I guess I'd have to look up to see. So hopefully this one's going to be the second event, and I can get some better data and see if my like little free to play guys could get it in 2 events, which that would be interesting. I'd be very happy with that if they could. If they can't, I understand. Still sucks though. But anyway, with that being said, overall, I'm very, very interested to see how we do here as a guild and how the account grows and hopefully, I mean, I would like to get to a point where the next time I do one of these events, when I do throw some money in, which wow, I'm going to who am I kidding? When I do throw some money in, we're not just playing for just a unit, we're trying for an upgrade because I'm greedy. I like to go for more, which gets me in trouble sometimes. Anyway, with that being said, I want to thank you guys for joining. I'll have my referral code down in the comments below, as well as I believe I usually keep the link for the game for anybody who's just coming into this, seeing this, if they want to give the game a try. Go ahead. If anybody else is looking for a guild and would like to be featured in some of these videos, my guild currently has 2 spots open. We're not anywhere crazy in terms of everything. We're, on Rare Rogel. But anyway, I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.